Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. The z-index property in CSS is a powerful tool for controlling the stacking order of elements on a web page. However, there are common pitfalls that can cause z-index to not behave as expected. In this tutorial, we'll explore why z-index might not be working in certain situations and how to resolve these issues with examples. Understanding z-index. The z-index property can take integer values, both positive and negative, and determines the order in which elements are layered on the z-axis, the 3D space, or depth. The higher the z-index, the closer the element is to the user, meaning it will appear on top of elements with lower z-index values. Key points to remember. 1. Positioning context. The z-index only works on positioned elements. This means the element must have a position value of absolute, relative, fixed, or sticky. 2. Stacking context. A new stacking context is formed in several scenarios, such as when an element has a position other than static and a z-index value other than auto. 3. Parent versus child. The z-index of child elements is relative to their parent's stacking context. If a parent has a lower z-index, it can constrain its children's stacking order. 4. Default positioning. The default position of elements is static, which means they cannot use z-index. Example scenarios. Let's explore a couple of scenarios where z-index may not work as expected. Scenario 1, missing positioning. In this example, we have two overlapping divs, but the z-index isn't working because the elements are not positioned. HTML. Doc type HTML. HTML lang equals n. Head. Meta charset equals UTF-8. Meta name equals viewport content equals width equals device width, initial scale equals 1.0. Title z-index example 1/title. Style. Box 1. Width, 100 px. Height, 100 px. Background color, red. Z-index, 1, /*. This has no effect due to no positioning */. Box 2. Width, 100 px. Height, 100 px. Background color, blue. Z-index, 2, /*. This has no effect due to no positioning */. Style. /head. Body. Div class equals box 1 style equals position, absolute, left, 50 px, top, 50 px, /div. Div class equals box 2 style equals position, absolute, left, 70 px, top, 70 px, /div. /body. /html. Solution, add a position property to both boxes. CSS. Box 1. Position, relative, /*. Add position */. Z-index, 1. Box 2. Position, relative, /*. Add position */. Z-index, 2. Scenario 2, stacking context. In this example, a parent has a lower z-index, which affects its children. HTML. Doc type HTML. HTML lang equals n. Head. Meta charset equals UTF-8. Meta name equals viewport content equals width equals device width, initial scale equals 1.0. Title z-index example 2/title. Style. Parent. Position, relative. Z-index, 1, /*. Parent has a low z-index */. Width, 200 px. Height, 200px. Background color, gray. Child 1. Position, absolute. Z-index, 2, /*. This will not be on top */. Width, 100px. Height, 100px. Background color, red. Child 2. Position, absolute. Z-index, 1, /*. This will be below the child 1 */. Width, 100px. Height, 100px. Background color, blue. /style. /head. Body. Div class equals parent. Div class equals child 1 style equals left, 10px, top, 10px, /div. Div class equals child 2 style equals left, 30px, top, 30px, /div. /div. /body. /html. Solution: increase the parent's z-index so that its children can stack properly. CSS. Parent. Position, relative. Z-index, 2, /*. Increasing z-index */. Conclusion. The z-index property is a critical aspect of CSS for controlling the stacking order of elements. Always ensure that elements are positioned, not static. Be aware of stacking contexts created by parent elements. Use positive and negative z-index values carefully. By following these guidelines and understanding how z-index works, you can effectively manage the layering of elements on your web pages.